Thiago's got to be desperate at this point, Mike. He's got to know that he's 4 rounds down into the 5th and losing this round. Back up to his feet, but George has got a hold of him.
He just continues to establish himself as one of the greatest champions in UFC history. Especially after the long-time domination of the welterweight division by Matt Hughes. Thiago standing right in there, though. Looking to shock the world in the final 3 minutes.
Nice leg kick by Thiago, and immediately George goes for the takedown.
And again, down. Unbelievable, Joe, just unbelievable.
Yeah, his wrestling is just so good.
I mean, we've talked about it before. He had a chance to fight in the Olympics for the Canadian wrestling team.
Yeah, imagine that. No high school wrestling, no college, straight to the Olympics.
8 total takedowns in this fight for George St. Pierre. He's maybe been stuffed 2 or 3 times.
The way Thiago's been getting to his feet, Mike, is pure strength and explosion. He just turns over, even gives his back, and just gets to his feet, like right there. That's just power and size.
Under 2 minutes.
And the fact that Thiago can do that to such a great grappler like George just shows you how strong that kid really is.
The great heart of a warrior, the Brazilian, fighting till the end. There's 9 takedowns.
It's a rout, Mike. It really is a rout. I mean, this kid is so good. I look at the 170-pound division right now, and I'm sitting next to matchmaker Joe Silva. Who the hell is next?
Who wants to be next?
He said the winner of Martin Kampmann versus Mike Swick. That's very interesting.
That's good. Mike Swick here tonight.
I'm sure Mike Swick is looking at this very carefully.
Final minute.
44 seconds to go here. George in Thiago's half guard. And again, as we mentioned in between rounds, he does have a wounded groin muscle. So he may be content to just ride this out.
The French-Canadian, George Rush St. Pierre, is going to defend his welterweight title for the 3rd time and extend his winning streak to 6 straight UFC fights. St. Pierre and Alves go the distance.
Wow.
And he will remain the welterweight champion.
I think he's indicating to his corner that he hurt his groin in the 3rd round, Mike.
That was beautiful.
Well, unless we heard him say it, we would have never known.
Yeah, really. I mean, now he's limping.
Fight replay.
Crazy.
Brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
There, Alves goes for the kick. George immediately takes him down, and that was really the story of the fight, Mike. Just took him down over and over again. Just used that superior wrestling and excellent timing. This is the end of the fight. He gets up, and you can clearly see he's injured. But he gutted it out, and just outstanding performance by George St. Pierre.
Well, the heart and the adrenaline took over. St. Pierre, ripped groin or not, is going to have that belt placed right back around his waist. The Pitbull defeated by the champion here tonight. Great effort by Thiago Alves, but GSP is clearly the best in the world. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Adelaide Burr scores the contest 50-45. Douglas Crosby has it 50-44. And Marcos Rosales scores it 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, the UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre.
Absolutely spectacular. The champion inside the octagon, and he will visit with Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, George St. Pierre. George, first of all, you're limping. You hurt your groin. I believe you were telling your corner. What round did that happen?
Yeah, my abductor ligament, I think. I don't know what happened, but I'm in real bad pain. It happened in the 3rd round, and when I was on my back, he pushed my leg down, and right in the beginning, it could have been a very bad night for me if this thing would have turned bad, you know?
Well, it was amazing that you fought the last 2 rounds with that injury. Now, this was probably the most dangerous challenger for you at 170 pounds, and still, you put on a dominant display, won every round. What does that make you feel? How does that make you feel about your future in this division? What do you think about now in terms of what challenges lay ahead for you?
Well, I don't know. Thiago Alves was my toughest opponent so far. Congratulations, he's very young, and he's going to come back stronger next time. It happened to me when I lost to Matthews the first time, and he's going to gain from that experience. But right now, my division is pretty stacked, so I don't know. I'm going to have to sit down and talk with my manager in the UFC.
Have you thought at all about moving up in weight class? Have you ever thought about competing at 185 and possibly taking on Anderson Silva? Wow, it looks like the audience likes that idea.
Everybody asks me this question. It's a question of timing. You know, I walk around at 185 pounds. I'm not that big for a welterweight either. Tonight I'm maybe 185, 184. So if I move up, like I said, I don't fight to be champion anymore because I'm champion. If I do it, it's for a challenge, but I'm gonna have to take that time to gain weight and really take care of business.
Well, again, an excellent performance. Every time we see you, it's just better and better, and we look forward to seeing you compete again. George St. Pierre, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, everybody. A lot of people helped me out for that training camp. Thanks to all of them and all my training partner, friend, and everybody. Thank you so much.
The French-Canadian George Rush St. Pierre remains the UFC welterweight champion of the world. He fights through injury and dominates the Pitbull, Thiago Alves.